right, Q&A time. You excited?
No.
Matt hates not listening to music and doing things I want to do. All right, so we'll start with the oldest questions. First one, not really a question. Laura Amy says Matt's the best. This is one of the few people that think that.
It's not true.
From Seth Trainer, who is your Super Bowl prediction, and who is one team you think will be a surprise team this year? You can start.
I mean, I think it's going to be the Falcons or the Eagles against the Patriots.
I'll go Rams Steelers. This is just off my head, and I'll say, who do you think would win?
Super Bowl, I think the Eagles are probably going to repeat again.
You know, there hasn't been a division. Wow, I can't speak. NFC East team repeat since like forever.
It's because we all suck.
I know, but I'll say the Rams win the Super Bowl this year.
Philly's so stacked.
So are the Rams, though. Both teams had a stacked roster and then got even more stacked. All right, surprise team.
I think Cleveland will be pretty good.
That's what I was going to say for one of them. Cleveland, I think, will be good. 49ers will be a lot better, but I feel like that's not a surprise. Giants will be better. Couldn't get worse. I'm trying to think of other teams.
Houston should be good with Watson.
Yeah, Houston should be better than 4 wins. Alright, so that's enough surprise teams. I think next year, the Jets will actually kind of be good. They're going to have, like, so much money to spend on free agents. Here's Laura Amy's question. Best WrestleMania you've attended? Just any WrestleMania questions or opinions. I used a lot of your past videos for a guide for my trip. You guys are the best. Well, thank you. Best Mania you've attended?
Probably 20 is the card. Seats, whatever fucking Orlando was, 33.
In trip? It's gotta be. Best trip was 34.
Best access was Orlando, but the best trip is this one. It's Bourbon Street. Next year's gonna suck.
I think the best card, Mania-wise, was either 20 or last year's. Kind of like last year's a lot, but I haven't rewatched it yet, so. The first half was really good.
I didn't think there was anything that was that great. Like, holy fuck.
I need to rewatch it, but 33 had no spectacular matches.
Yeah.
20, I don't remember as much as you would of like everything. I remember parts of it. I remember Cena getting a huge reaction.
Yeah, you got a huge fucking
I remember the confetti falling down and you being mad that Shawn Michaels didn't win.
shit.
He literally said, this guy looks like he's going to murder his family. They should give the title to HBK.
He deserved it.
All right. Richard Jelinek. I think this is going to be your favorite part, is me trying to pronounce all these names. Richard Jelinek, I'll say.
Jeselnik?
I knew you were going to say that. If you were in charge of WWE, what would you change to get ratings up? Oh, don't put Roman Reigns in every title match.
Alright, stop giving the same fucking matches every week.
I would not hire Brock Lesnar. I would make the tag titles more meaningful. Like they had it going last year. That was like the best part of Raw and SmackDown were the tag divisions. Usos and the Bar were killing it for their respective brands. I think they're at least trying to make the Intercontinental title more meaningful, but they fucking Ziggler and Rollins blew it.
The crowd blew it.
It's true, the crowd did fucking suck. But there's too many falls. What would you do besides not give the same matches?
Just better fucking matches. I don't need to see Baron Corbin and fucking Finn Balor fight 9 times before the pay-per-view. Stop giving pay-per-view matches away for free.
It's the rubber match now. Yeah. Who would you put the titles on? If you could put them on anyone.
Braun should get it by now. It's like already past his fucking time.
So
Braun should get it.
I'd give the Universal to Seth.
I mean, I'm not
AJ should stay
not that
WWE.
I'm not that big of a Seth mark.
No, but I think he's earned it.
And whatever, he had a fucking title reign for like 200 something days.
Yeah.
And give it to Dean and let him redeem himself.
Intercontinental on Ziggler's fine. Tag titles, I'd give it to. I mean, the Bludgeon Brothers kind of haven't done anything with them. Maybe the Bar will get a good match out of them. But I just feel like the Usos are the best tag team in the world.
I love that they're fucking losing all the time now.
They did have their time. They had their good run. I get it. Fucking B Team's awesome. I don't mind that.
Okay, next question.
All right. From the Wrestling Figs.
I didn't know he watched their videos.
What is your favorite WWE top series that they have put out? Undisputed Road to WrestleMania, then Now Forever NXT Women's, etc. etc.
I think the look is fucking Undisputed and Heritage. Those are the best looking ones.
It's also Undisputed. It's the most fun to open,
Yeah.
and it's
Definitely
the best.
Undisputed.
Yeah. If we had to pick a lower end,
I can't believe they used to not have a guaranteed autograph and stuff. Like those Road to WrestleMania boxes from like...
the lazy throwback bricks.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. I think if you had to...
I like the ones where they had those ordered cards that were numbered. They had like blue and black and gold ordered.
Yeah.
That were like numbered. That would just come in like even like fucking blasters. That was like 2011 tops when I first started. That was fucking fun.
My first favorite was Platinum. Yeah. I think if I had to pick a set, not just a specific year, but out of all the sets, I think that isn't Undisputed. I'd pick Heritage. I think Heritage is usually a lot of fun. But I like the women's and the women's division retail stuff. It was better when it was Divas Revolution because they didn't have the manufactured hits.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Hardy 457, favorite NFL player of all time excluding Giants. And Matt, what is your favorite thing Bo Burnham has done?
Marshall Falk is my favorite player.
Not fucking the quarterback for the Saints.
Aaron Brooks.
Yeah.
I fucking love Marshall Falk.
I don't remember anyone growing up that I loved outside the Giants. I have a lot of favorite players now that are outside the Giants. Like Leonard Fournette's probably my favorite, but he's only been in the league 1 year. I like all the LSU guys. Literally everyone that went there. Even Ruben the Sandwich Randall, who sucked. But I'd say Leonard Fournette.
Your favorite player of all time?
Yep.
The Giants?
Yep. I don't have, growing up, I don't remember, I would say my favorite veteran in the league right now that isn't on the Giants is Aaron Rodgers. I'm just a Giants fan. Favorite Bo Burnham's ever done? I'm not allowed to answer this. He only said Matt.
I know. This is impossible. I love the fucking... His older stuff is better, but the newer one where he does that little bit, the fucking faggot song is hilarious. He just gets interrupted and says, hey, Bo, guess what? What? You're a faggot. And then there's just the faggot song. It's so catchy. But his best song, oh my God, so many. I really like Ironic now, but I think New Math is his best song ever. It's like so good that it's impossible to understand all the jokes in there.
As we're doing this, I just got a notification that Lazy Booking commented and asked us questions.
Yeah.
New Math is my favorite as well. It's a classic. Randy Osga, will we ever go to the casino again?
Nah, why not?
Hopefully soon.
It's just a long trip up there to do.
To lose all of our money.
Yeah.
Mr. Drums 48. Drums with a Z. If you were in charge of WWE today, who would you put the titles on? Okay, we already did that
So
one.
was that, oh yeah, who would you put? Yeah, we did actually answer that.
I'd have the women's title on Asuka. That's the only one I didn't say.
Becky deserves a fucking run again.
She does. I thought, who do you think's gonna win at SummerSlam? Do you think Charlotte or Becky turn on each other?
I don't think they're gonna. Charlotte needs to go back to being a heel.
Do you think they should do the exact same storyline with Bayley and Sasha that they do with that they could do with Charlotte and
I hope so.
And
Like a
Becky.
year, 2 years.
All right, Tom EFC 96. Thoughts on WWE potentially hosting a WrestleMania overseas? Do you guys think it would be a good idea or a bad idea?
They deserve reserve one somewhere, wherever it is, but I highly doubt I would ever go to that. It's too far.
I wouldn't go. I don't think it would be too much money, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think if I had to pick one overseas place to get one, I think I'd pick Montreal. Second would be England, like London.
Montreal's not really overseas. I think it means like Europe. That's why WrestleMania is so great. All the fucking European fans come over and shit. London
would have to be. They seem like a fucking great crowd always. But I do think Montreal should get a big pay-per-view. That crowd's always fucking retarded. In the best way. David Lewis wants to know what is our best piece of wrestling memorabilia we own. I think I can guess yours. It's a tie of your belt and the Warrior Hogan autograph poster.
Oh, the belt's broke. That and the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12 plaque. When they actually gave you like a nice chunk of the ring and they didn't change the mat every match. Pretty sure they just kept that same mat. And they had the WrestleMania logo on it. So I'm pretty sure they all actually wrestled on that. And that was like, I think that was only $100 back then. Maybe not even.
Wow.
96.
I don't know my favorite memorabilia. I know my favorite card would be the Daniel Bryan printing plate auto. I don't know how much memorabilia I have outside of those cards. So yeah. Britain. Matt, favorite Bo Burnham song / sketch? Skit?
Yeah, new Matt. Fucking, I mean, there's so many. I listen to a ton of them.
What about the tie-dye shirt guy?
Oh yeah. Like my shirt? Yeah, well, back home people call me the tie-dye shirt kid. Well, fat and fat.
And he wants to know my favorite Park and Rec episode, even though The Office is better, which it is not. And I will not get into it now because I'll start ranting on why the characters are better and how Jim and Pam are just unwatchable at times. And Dwight, don't even get me started. But I couldn't come up with a favorite Parks episode. They're all, anything after season 2 is amazing. I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't have episodes off the top of my head. But when Ann and Chris move, brings a tear in my eye, as Wildflowers by Tom Petty plays. That's a great episode. It's the first one that came to my mind. All right, Fef. We got some Fef questions.
So many of them.
How big are your penises? Parentheses, Penicia, plural for penis.
That's fucking Louis C.K. joke.
All right,
Very
small.
Very small. You know that.
When will the Rangers win the next Stanley Cup? Their next Stanley
When
Cup.
everyone from born in 1994 dies.
All right, probably like 5 to 10 years is our window. Who has the bigger penis, Ramy Rance or Penis Tips Ben?
Probably Ben.
Well, Ramy doesn't have a penis.
Exactly. That's another question on there.
Yeah. Whose penis is larger, Donald Trump or Vince?
Vince by a mile.
Yeah. Whose penis is smaller, Undertaker or Goldberg?
Definitely Goldberg.
Yeah. Not a penis question. He wants to know, what would your wrestling name and finishing move?
I'm always generic in my create my own character. I always wanted to go by my own name, just because not a lot of people do that. Like what? Cena, Orton, Johnny Gargano. How many other? Dolph Ziggler. Those are their real names. Those first 3 are the only ones that I can think of that go by their real name. Bobby Fish.
Is that his real name?
Yeah.
I thought he named himself after the Marvel character.
Yeah.
Luke Cage.
Yeah. Those are the only ones that I could think of. Are there any?
My wrestling name? I'd probably be Nightmare 10. And I could say my catchphrase could be, "You're living the dream, well, I'm your worst nightmare."
Nice.
I don't know. I've never really thought of having a wrestling name. Maybe RJ Anthony. It's Bobby's wrestling name when he wanted to be a wrestler.
What is it?
RJ Anthony, I'm pretty sure. Finishing move of yours would be the Kiss of Death.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my finishing move when we played was like, I'd headbutt your arm.
In the video games, it was fucking. I always pick the super kick. It's my favorite move.
I always pick the freaking TKO, like where you have him when fireman's carrying, you just throw him down and kind of like stun him. I think that's EC3's finisher now. But yeah, I don't really have a name. Probably the penis sucker or something. And his last question, have you ever chokeslammed someone's penis?
With my mouth.
Alright, another Andrew. Andrew T. wants to know, what is one WWE hit you always wanted but never pulled / bought? I think it's pretty obvious. Oh, okay. I'm going to go Shield booklet at Undisputed.
Well, I mean, yeah. Shield triple or...
anything where all 3 autographs are together. But yeah, neither of us have hit a taker. Maybe I'll hit one out of the case.
I hope not. I'm too jealous of that.
Well, I'll sell it to you.
He's got so much shit out there, so his stuff is cheaper. It's just still expensive.
Does he still not have base autos, though?
Yeah.
Everything's numbered. All right, Motor City Marks from Joe. That's a bunch. And Joe did it, and Pico did this, where you ask all the questions in one comment.
Yeah.
I like that a lot better, just for future ones.
It looks cooler that we have like 61 comments.
It's true. Ever been to a WWE event that you were thinking about Ever been a WWE event that you were thinking about going to, didn't, and regretted not going?
WrestleMania 30.
I don't think I was ever in on WrestleMania 30, so I can't say that one.
Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, we had tickets, and Raimi had a death in the family or something, so and that's before either of us drove. But I don't think that card ended up being anything special.
Sheamus won the title, though, I think.
I know in a few months, Matt will say Evolution.
I want to save my money for Phoenix.
I don't think there was anything that we were close to going and then didn't go. Like last year, we didn't go to SummerSlam or NXT, but I was in
I regret not
on my road trip.
Because I remember watching it, thinking it was really good. But
would you have gone alone?
No.
See, I was not in the state. But yeah, there's nothing on top of my head. What is your dream job? I can't speak. Dream job growing up.
I didn't have any.
He had just no goals then and now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
want to be a fighter. I was like, I don't give a shit.
I think the only things I think I probably wanted to be a wrestler for a while and a baseball player, and a film. Now I want to be a writer for TV. So it's still a dream. If you could do anything, what would it be?
Probably work for WWE, work for the Devils.
Would you want to work for WWE knowing that you really aren't a fan anymore? You'd have to be an employee.
Yeah, it would still be cool. I'd have to delete my Twitter though.
But yeah, you probably should do that anyway.
I deleted a lot of my old stupid tweets.
So did I, but I didn't have nearly as many as you, I bet. But what?
Back in the day, I used to use like gay a lot. So
Yeah.
get rid of all that shit.
Back in the day, still do.
Yeah, I don't do
Not
it
on Twitter.
Yeah.
One thing always wanted to do is actually like run an independent show. I thought that would be cool, but it's pretty much impossible. Don't have the money or the ability. Are you coming to Rumble with us? Hopefully.
Let's see why not. We go out there for like 4 days. Do it as cheap as possible.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Mikey? I don't know. He'll respond to random stuff and then not respond.
And then won't respond to my response. Like we talked about Dexter for a little bit, but I haven't seen him in 3.5, almost 4 years.
Who would you? I think this is more for you. Who would you rather be stuck in an elevator with, The Miz or Scott Rogowski?
Scott's more of a comedian, so at least he might be funny. But The Miz is a wrestler, so I could talk wrestling with him. That's a toss-up.
Talk real world with him.
That's true. Probably The Miz, because then maybe I would like him and then stop hating him when he's on TV.
I would pick The Miz because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. Favorite and most hated Yankee of all time? You probably have a lot more hated Yankees than I do.
I hated Kevin Brown. It's one of the only guys I've ever like booed because he fucking sucked. Like I won't even boo Sonny Gray. Just feel it. Favorite, Messina and Mo.
Favorite of all time is A-Rod.
And Bernie. And I do love A-Rod. Never booed A-Rod either.
My favorite is A-Rod, 100%. No one else is close. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I always liked Paul O'Neill. I don't even think I saw him play that much. And for some reason, I like Don Mattingly a lot. Never saw him play.
Everyone loves Don Mattingly.
It's true. I think Dad liked him a lot, so that's why. But, yeah, Paul O'Neill now is one of my favorite commentators.
What about least favorite?
There's not really anyone I hate. I can't really hate the guy on our team. If he does bad, you hate him for a minute, and then he's still on your team. Who are some Yankees back in like the mid-2000s that were just trash?
A fucking lot of them.
I'm sure there was some reliever that would always give up home runs that we would hate. I can't. No one comes to my mind that was a Yankee that I hate. I'm wearing his shirt though. Didi, he's gonna be up there for my all-time favorites. I'm sure when it's all said and done. He's my current favorite, and then Judge. Who's your current favorite?
Seven, probably.
Oh, I know who you hate. It's Posada.
I don't hate Posada. I just he's fucking too much of a tight-ass boring prick.
Yeah, my three favorites right now are Didi, Judge, and Duhar.
I did hate Nick Swisher for a while, but he was just so bad.
Yeah, but he was so lovable.
So bad, though.
All right. Theresa Mistovic. Top 5 things in collection.
And then fucking,
We already went over a couple.
I think what else I have. And the Warrior Hogan poster.
Any figure that's rare?
That belt. I mean, I have their 2-pack signed from Jax.
The DX 2-pack?
It's not signed though. It's only signed by Shawn Michaels. Still never met Triple H.
Sean's. You got Sean's deluxe exclusive sign, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Like, what else do I have? I love the WrestleMania posters that I have.
Yeah.
What else do I have? I guess all the cards that I have. Ones in my PC, Becky, mainly.
Kyrie saying now.
Let's go with that. Yeah, I'll have one of her autos too soon, hopefully.
This person also has favorite wrestler and worst. Same with female. My favorite female is probably Asuka. My least favorite female is Charlotte. Or actually, Dana Brooke, then Charlotte.
Dana Brooke's not even a wrestler though.
She sure tried.
I like Becky. I don't like Charlotte.
You like Becky? I didn't know that.
I don't like Charlotte. She's annoying. Who else don't I like?
Naomi.
Oh yeah, she hasn't been on TV in a while, thank God. Naomi and Charlotte. And Stephanie.
And favorite men. My favorite wrestler is AJ Styles. My second favorite is Roman Reigns.
Dean, Sammy. Who else do I like?
Almas.
Oh yeah, fucking Almas. I like Elias too.
Do you?
I do want to walk with him really badly.
Favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot.
Motor City Mark.
It used to be Bobby.
Yeah.
What do I watch? I always watch Rob's videos if he ever fucking posts them.
Rob is a great
It's the people
YouTuber.
that
Just
that
doesn't
met.
post.
Yeah. Like the Marks are posting a lot of stuff. I like them.
Lazy.
Obviously.
We just love watching card breaks from our friends.
Lazy's the good guy who puts the fucking hit time so I can skip all the other shit.
Poor Lazy.
Sorry, I just don't have the attention span to watch a whole break.
Best titles are BTB.
What?
It's video titles.
Oh yeah, must see box break. Gold Dust Auto.
Alright. WWE fan 15 says or asks, what's your favorite movie?
Dumb and Dumber, Total Recall. What else do I really like? Those are like the two that always come to mind.
The two that come to my mind are Superbad and Moneyball. Yes. Are you going to Mania this year? Yes.
Sadly.
It's in our backyard. And do you think the Giants will do good this year? Well, they'll do better than they did last year. I think their offense is pretty lethal. Their defense is a big question mark. All their offensive line has to do is be decent. They have a passable offensive line. Eli should have a good season with the weapons he has. Defense is a question mark. We're going to have to put up 35 points a game probably. Haven't done ever. But now we have a run game, so we'll see. Thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be that good. Probably finish last again. Maybe ahead of the
I
Redskins.
think the Redskins are trash. Ooh, another sleeper team, even though they're always good, but I think could make a run is the Chiefs. Now that Pat Mahomes is going to be the quarterback, they got all those weapons. Squared Circle Breaks, aka Jeff, wants to know, what's your all-time favorite figure?
The Jets guy?
Yeah.
Squared. That's my all-time what?
Favorite figure.
I like the old Hasbro ones, like the originals. The Hogan one.
I don't really. I can't pick one. I don't know all of them. I'm trying to think of something cool, but the deluxe classics are really awesome. If I had to pick like a set, maybe the Stone Cold one or the HBK one.
That one's expensive. It's fucking like big ass one that looks like a 2-pack, but it's got like every belt you ever wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy that.
When will you do another podcast? We tried to do one last Sunday, but Ramy couldn't.
Probably at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon cards still? No, unfortunately.
You don't have your Pokemon cards?
No, I sold them like long time ago. Gave them away. What is your all-time favorite pay-per-view?
92 Rumble, maybe. Although that didn't really have much besides the actual Rumble.
I like Invasion. It's a low-key great pay-per-view. And what was the one that ended it? Survivor Series, was it 01?
Yeah.
Survivor Series 01, loved it. It's one of my all-time favorite angles, even though I know it sucked. So don't jump on me for that, but there's something about it I still loved. WrestleMania 17, obviously.
Fastlane this year.
Trying to think of other random ones. You got anything else?
Anything in the early 90s and the 80s.
Are you going to SummerSlam? It's up in the air. We're going to NXT, but I don't know. Does Matt still watch midget porn? LOL.
Who asked that?
It's still all Jeff.
No, I've graduated.
Do you still join group breaks? I do every now and then with Sam. I don't think Matt has in 3 years.
I'll get it for. I got a hockey one, like not really recently, but maybe like mid last year. I'll get in undisputed if he does those.
Do you think the Jets will ever win a Super Bowl? Like I said, with all that cap space, they have an elite defense, and if Sam Darnold is good, I don't think he will be, but if he is good, then I don't see why they couldn't make a run, especially if Tom Brady retires in the next 5 years, or Belichick leaves. Pains me to say, but that defense is awesome. With Adams, May, and who they just signed. The cornerback. I forget who it was, but it was a good cornerback. You think they'll ever win a Super Bowl again?
I hope.
I think they'll win one before Dallas wins one.
I doubt that. Jets are just so bad.
Favorite WWE/WWF DVD ever? Any fucking documentary they do is amazing, so. Remember the first great one was the Jericho one. Came out in like 2009. Matt watched it in like 2017.
Yeah, that was good. Any of those documentaries are good.
Anything on the network, the 24s or
I like
the 365
network
one.
when they had the fucking like all the rumbles together, like those big box sets. Tried those. Now they're worthless.
Did either of you get rid of some figures?
No.
No.
I need to.
All right, Seth Trainer. If you could pick a different state to live in, what would it be?
I probably wouldn't.
Like
Unless it like.
one of the Carolinas would be pretty sweet.
I don't like change. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Florida's too fucking like disgusting. Maybe like fucking Maine or Vermont. It's close and they're nice.
Much colder.
Hang out with Bernie Sanders.
Who is your most hated team for each of the big four sports? NFL is the Cowboys, number 1. Eagles,
Cowboys, Eagles,
Patriots.
Jets,
Jets.
and then the Redskins.
All right. MLB, Red Sox.
Red Sox, Mets. I don't really hate the other AL East teams. I hated Toronto when they were good.
I was going to say Red Sox, Blue Jays. Don't even hate the Mets anymore. I rooted for them in the 2015 World Series because I hated the Royals, but now the Royals suck. Other teams I don't like. I'm trying to go through
I
division.
don't really root for the Dodgers. I don't hate the Dodgers, but I don't root for them. Well, I'm pretty sure I rooted for them last year.
Really? Just because we got knocked out by Astros, or you just don't like their
I
team?
don't like Verlander.
He's kind of hilarious, though.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, George Springer's
I hate
my
that.
favorite baseball player that isn't a Yankee.
I don't hate that many other baseball teams. Phillies are kind of stupid because it's Philly.
Yeah.
It's really
NHL, any team in the Met that isn't the Rangers, or like the Hurricanes. Devils, Flyers, Penguins, Capitals.
I hate the Flyers, Penguins, Rangers. I hate the Islanders. Don't really hate them, but I'm not going to root for them unless they're playing the Rangers or the Flyers. Or
I think
maybe the Penguins.
my least favorite team in the NHL is the Capitals.
Who else do I like? I don't think I hate anybody out west. There's no reason to. There's got to be some team that
I think for me it's Capitals, Flyers, Devils, Penguins.
which makes no sense.
Why?
We always beat the Capitals.
Yeah, but we always play them. It's annoying.
So I don't like Toronto. Obviously Boston.
Yeah, I don't really like the Bruins. Toronto's whatever. I mean, Austin Matthews is pretty awesome.
Pretty much all the Canadian teams. I don't like fucking
Canucks.
Canadians. Canucks are for whatever. I don't like the Canadians. NBA.
NBA. I hate
It's weird because I don't hate the
the
Sixers.
Nets.
I don't hate the Sixers.
I don't hate the Sixers or the Celtics.
I hate the Celtics. I'm not going to root for Boston.
Especially with Kyrie, I will root for them.
It's an abomination.
I always hated the Lakers, but now I gotta root for them. I would say it's the Nets, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, the Pacers, just for the history purpose. And then that one playoff series they had with Carmelo, and we lost.
They would have put a fucking fight against the Heat. It would have been a good series. Couldn't get past the Pacers.
Yeah. But it's pretty hard to have rivals when your team's terrible for 2 decades. All right. Mike McQuaid, pictures of an Eagles logo, so should we even answer this question? Most underrated superstar in WWE or NXT? Mine is Velveteen Dream. I wouldn't call him underrated since he's over as fuck. I'd say Lars Sullivan in NXT. He's pretty underrated. He's not like he's putting on 5-star matches, but I like his character and he's just badass. I mean, Dijak, but he hasn't got his opportunity yet. I think Almas is still underrated. I don't think people understand how good of a wrestler he is on the main roster.
Should get a big push soon. Can't really name any underrated wrestlers.
Roman Reigns, definitely underrated. It's almost impossible that for him to not be underrated.
I don't know. Move on.
Randy, what is your top 5 favorite women wrestlers right now? Can be from anywhere. I was always an Emma fan, so Emma, Tennille Dashwood, and then all the women I said I liked already.
Let's see, I like Becky. I love Bailey sucks. Bailey. I like Kairi Sane.
Yeah, Kairi's pretty
Ember
awesome.
Moon's pretty awesome.
Ember Moon is another one of my favorites.
Fuck else. Who else is in NXT? They don't fucking have any.
Fucking Dakota Kai.
She's cool.
Oh, I'm a
She's
big
underrated.
Sonya is another one of mine, and she's underrated. Liv, it's pretty cool.
Ruby, duh.
Ruby.
Fuck.
Sarah Logan,
Ruby's underrated. People are like, oh, they're fucking not. She's a good wrestler.
she's fine. I think Liv's underrated as a person.
As a person.
She's super nice. Wonder if she finished Dexter. What is your top 5 worst wrestlers right now? Randy asks.
Worst as in you hate, or worst as in like wrestling?
Let's go wrestling wise, because we already listed people we don't like.
Is Braun even a good wrestler?
Yeah, for his size, he can do a fucking drop kick.
I don't want to do these fucking top lists. I have to think too hard.
Just who do you think somebody that's
The Miz.
overrated? Another underrated wrestler is The Miz.
In the ring, he's overrated.
I don't think anyone rates him as a great wrestler.
You fucking do.
That's it. Because he's so underrated. Someone's got to push for him. All I'm saying is he may not do all these special moves in the ring, but I know he puts on great matches.
He's good enough to get in there where somebody doesn't have to carry him, but if he goes in there with like a Ziggler, he can put on a great match. If you put him in there with a fucking like somebody who sucks, he's not going to be able to carry the match.
Yeah, he's not a carrier. I'll give him that. But he knows how to make a story in the ring, and he knows how to sell well, and be a fucking total dick.
Next question.
Man Mark Murph asks, does Raimi have a penis? Fave Family Guy episodes. I don't know why he did that in one sentence.
Fucking Thin White Line. There's too many.
Pretoria and Ocean's 3.5 are my 2 favorite.
Fucking the one with Griffin and Quagmire.
That's a great one too.
So many.
I think it's just called Griffin and Quagmire, is it not?
I don't think so. That's the one where they're in their fucking room.
And Raimi doesn't have a penis. How about a brief draw my life of both of you? And then Matt replied, what does that even mean?
I don't know what that means.
And then he said, about yourselves, how you got to know about WWE at first and your first WWE experience and all. I don't know how we were supposed to get that from our draw.
I just started watching it randomly.
I don't have a first memory of wrestling. It's just that's how long I've been watching. My first vivid memory is right before WrestleMania 17 started, though. But I was watching long before that. Randy Osga again. Thanks, Randy, for all these questions. Favorite hit you got from one of my boxes?
The only good one I got was the Becky Lynch kiss card.
The Daniel Bryan printing plate auto. Are you Team Nightmare or Team Griff?
I haven't seen Phil on his stream, but I mean,
Just in life.
probably that's fucked up. I'm closer friends with Griff because I've just hung out with him more. But
We've actually known Phil longer, I think.
I know, but I've only met him like twice.
Yeah, I know.
But I'd say for the stream wise, probably Nightmare. Because Griff said so many things that I was just like, what are you talking about? I can't comment fast enough.
And then we were both commenting on the same page, so it limited your comments, so we couldn't talk for a while. Yeah, once Griff said he was making fun of the Knicks because they haven't won since the 70s, when his team had never won a title, ever.
They haven't even been to the finals.
So, I don't know how that made sense. So, Team Nightmare. Your earliest memory of watching wrestling, I actually just answered that. Do you have a first wrestler you saw? Or?
I always think it's Hogan. I just remember them panning off to the crowd, sitting there at the TV in fucking Queens. But
Fucking directly in front of the TV?
I don't know if that's true or not. It's just what I remember.
Matt would sit directly in front of the TV as a child, apparently. That's probably why he needs glasses.
Probably.
Top 5 favorite podcasts. Matt's is Getting Over.
Yeah, I don't
And then,
No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred.
I mean, Jericho and Austin are good. I've listened to a few of theirs. I'm not a podcast guy. I like music.
I love podcasts. I listen to them when I'm at work. Talk is Jericho. R2C2 with Ryan Rucco and CC Sabathia. Bad for Business, Jerry Ferraro, whenever he actually records them. I just started listening to Curious with Josh Peck. He had Vincent D'Onofrio on an episode.
Love that guy.
So that was a good episode. He had
to me on Twitter once.
Nicole Yvette Brown. Or Yvette Nicole Brown. It was a great episode because she was also on Drake and Josh. And he has John Stamos on one of them. So I gotta listen to that episode. What are they going? Stone Cold, obviously, but I usually don't listen to him that much. What are the other ones I listen to?
That's enough. You said 5.
I was only on 4. I didn't count Stone Cold.
Jericho.
I said that. If you could start your own wrestling promotion today, what 5 wrestlers would you take? I guess we will go with wrestlers that are eligible.
You can take anyone.
If I could take anyone, that's an active wrestler. Adam Cole. Do the Young Bucks count as one or two?
Technically, I mean, it's a tag team. Just do singles wrestlers.
All right.
I mean, I guess that's fine. That'll count as one.
All right, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, AJ Styles, Almas, and
He's too fucking old.
I don't care. Still the best wrestler in the world. And Cesaro.
No New Japan guys?
I
don't even watch New Japan. I take Omega, Okada, give me Almas. Give me Matt Riddle.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one, Riddle. Actually, I'm changing it. I'd put Alistair and who'd you just say? Ooh, actually, I don't know, Gargano. Ciampa. There's too many.
Yeah, I need a fifth. I mean, I need a tag team. I'll take the Young Bucks. Is anybody even going to be able to hear us?
I hope.
Just maybe pause.
Nope. They can hear us. Nightmare 10. And here's a bunch of questions. Would you rather change in the WWE women's locker room or get a colonoscopy from Braun Strowman?
What would be bad about changing in the fucking women's locker room?
That's what Griff said. You don't remember that?
Both.
On Phil's live stream?
No, I don't fucking... I watched Griff once for like a little while.
No, it was Phil's live stream.
Yeah, I didn't watch
we were all doing Would You Rathers.
How would I have known that?
Because you were there.
I wasn't.
Pretty sure you were because we were talking about this.
I've never been on Phil's live stream. I've watched him play a video game for 5 minutes once. That's about it.
Hey Matt, what are you willing to do to become the better Lorenzo?
I mean, how many times do I have to fucking blow you? Like, ridiculous.
Would you rather be forced to live with Griff forever or never do a card break again?
Like I couldn't do one
like you can't
free?
Yeah, you can't buy into a break, you can't buy a box, you can't buy retail, you can't buy single. Actually, I guess you can buy singles.
Fuck. I don't want to live with Griff forever. I'd probably not buy
You can save a lot of money.
a box. Yeah, I just have to buy singles. But I'd make an exception for free boxes.
What are your thoughts on Charlotte as a wrestler? He asked me because last night I was going off on Charlotte on Fortnite. I don't like her. I've already said it today. I think she has to... I would like her more if she didn't have to be her dad. She has to woo, chop, strut, wear robes, use his pretty much his theme song, and have his last name to get over when she could have gotten over by herself. And she botches a lot in the ring, and she can't cut a promo, and people love her but hate Roman Reigns. That's my take on it. If you were a New Japan Pro Wrestler, what would your name be? Hint, add she. S-H-I. Phil thinks every New Japan name sounds the same. Ibushi, Ishii, and then he makes up a bunch of names. Takahashi, Tanahashi. Alright, We the Pico. Will the Tuesday Night Wars ever end?
Hopefully.
It's been 3 weeks and it feels like it's been 3 years, so yeah. When will the Lorenzo Bros come to Chicago?
Good question.
I don't know. Would you say you're all in?
No.
No, we're
I
not.
still haven't met Pico. It's like the one guy we haven't really met.
Yeah, haven't met him at all. What will be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom? I know what Phil thinks it will be. I have no idea.
Kenny Cody again?
Probably Ishii versus Ibushi. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
assume Omega will be in it. Omega versus who's the fucking guy Jericho just fought?
Naito?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they just had a match.
I'm not gonna take a guess. I don't have one.
I have no idea.
Which wrestler has the worst name in WWE? That's what we were trying to think of too. Because we were shitting on. He was shitting on.
I mean, Velveteen Dream is pretty bad.
Actually, the Big Cass is pretty awful, but he's gone.
Big Cass.
Oh, No Way Jose.
Yeah.
But I love No Way Jose. He's underrated too. As just an entertainer. Will we ever get a win in Fortnite? Probably not. We choke every time. We're not good enough to kill people who make it to the final, like 4. I believe that's it.
No way.
Oh wait, Lazy commented, but I gotta refresh.
That was it?
Yeah, it's been 45 minutes. Let's see. It is coming down hard. Here we go. Lazy booking. He asked a bunch of questions. Whoa, bunch of questions. That'll keep it going.
Nice. That was really it?
Yeah. Favorite fast food restaurant / menu item? Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake that we can't get, that we can get.
I mean, other way we can't get that often. White Castle.
Yeah, I love Taco Bell and Burger King. Just the generic ones.
I like Duchess, which is a Connecticut thing.
Yeah, been eating Wendy's a lot.
I really like KFC.
I love Steak and Shake so much though.
Yeah, Steak and Shake is the best. What celeb / athlete / wrestler / would you pay anything to meet? I don't have anything, so I can't. But I'd pay a lot for A-Rod. Just to like talk to him for like 2 minutes. Saying like I couldn't dish out all this money, but if I could, I'd probably be A-Rod for athlete.
It'd be nice to meet Michael C. Hall.
I'd really want to meet Roman, but I haven't wanted to pay for an access ticket over face, so I guess I can't really say that. Celeb, there's a lot of them. I'd pay a lot to meet Drake and Josh together. A waste. It's not a waste. They're awesome. Fucking Matt wants to meet Gaten Matarazzo.
Yeah, tell him to go fuck yourself with the Rangers. From New Jersey, asshole.
I'd want to meet fucking Michael K. pretty badly.
That would be fucking sweet.
And Don LaGreca.
I'd like to meet Brodeur.
I'd want to meet Lazy Booking.
Again. Jesus Christ.
Alright, next. What city do you most want to visit?
In the United States?
Yeah.
I don't know. San Francisco would be fun. Hang out with fucking Miguel. That fucking Giants game.
Yeah.
Des Moines, Iowa would be sweet.
Not Davenport.
We gotta look clear into the pickers.
I'm trying to think of cities I haven't been to. Austin. I really want to go to Austin. They're pretty awesome. See, it is pouring. Yeah, I'll say Austin. Best thing about being YouTubers.
The people?
Yeah. Just the fact that people started making videos because of us is ridiculous. And it's just cool.
Wow.
Worst thing about being a YouTuber.
Nothing.
Realizing you've let everyone down when you don't make a video.
Stupid ass comments sometimes, which we don't really get that many of.
We don't get any comments.
It's true.
There is no bad part about being a YouTuber. It's just a job that, it's not even a job, but it's just a thing that you do when you want to do it. And there's nothing bad about it. I mean, we had to meet Griff, but besides that.
But he didn't even know us from our videos. Breach told him about us.
Yeah. What inspired you to make videos? Well, Bobby did the Legend of the Ring stuff, and that was when we first started going to signings, which really wanted to like film those. But like Miguel, Breach, Ravi, and there's some other ones that don't.
Watch your first video.
Yeah, and shout everyone out there.
Fucking Menendez.
Was he making videos back then?
You said, wasn't he CM Punk fan or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said that.
Yeah, well, Chris Olay. Yeah, just those guys. The pretty obvious answers.
Miguel?
Yeah.
Breach, Miguel, Ravi, Bobby. I mean, I didn't know any of those people.
Matt thought it was stupid at first, and then he actually ended up doing it. He also thought getting his figure signed at one
If you
point was
think
stupid.
about it, it is fucking ridiculous. Just talking about random shit on fucking the internet.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what happens. Favorite video on your channel? Muffalata Monday. It's the best video we've ever made.
Jesus Christ, that's impossible to answer. What's the Muffalata Monday? Just that whole.
It's
video.
just the day in the life of Monday after Mania.
A lot of those videos didn't. After like the first 3 or 4 days, like the views went down. I don't know why. 'Cause those were some of the best days.
I think people like the access days the
I like
most.
the old ones with Mikey. Those are the best.
Matt's favorite videos are the WWE says. Fans never say.
I miss those. I really want to do another one. Shit WWE fans never say. That's not even technically on our channel. Well, a couple of them are.
If you could take Peter J anywhere to film a food review with him, where would you go?
He hasn't been to Steak and Shake, so I wish he would come to fucking Cleveland right now.
What's something? I'd take him to Chili Bomb in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Or Dutch's.
Or Dutch's.
I'd like to see him review Dutch's.
I want to do a shout out to Peter J. I'm going to eat a nugget just like him.
Multiple bites. That's what cost him his time in the 40.
Yard dash?
No, the 40-yard nugget challenge.
I miss you guys already. Where should we meet up next?
You said that.
Lazy.
Yeah, you gotta come to us. We came to you twice now, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure next would still be this, technically.
What?
I thought he was joking because we were going to see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Where should we meet up next after this?
After this, my house, my bed.
We gotta come to Mania next year.
Yeah.
Still 2 hours to go. What time is it?
7:48.
Jesus Christ.
Just coughed up a piece of nugget, yeah. How's the drive been for you so far? We've done it all.
Alright.
How do you do it?
Adderall.
Yeah, but still, you
Once
don't
that
get
kicks
bored?
in, no, once that kicks in, you just focus on driving and listen to music.
Yeah, or questions.
That didn't take up enough time. It's still
Almost been an hour.
Yeah, but it's still 2 hours left, and I have to pee again.
I could go on live stream, see what's up.
Yeah.
Alright, so this will go up hopefully tonight if the Wi-Fi is good in the room. And then we'll live stream. So I'll live stream around noon on Sunday. Be there or be square. Get some snacks in the back that we have.
Nobody on the West Coast will probably be there.
Yeah. Should we do it later?
I'll figure it out.
Alright. So around 12. Matt will tweet it.
Well, he'll probably tweet it out automatically. I don't know if it does that or not.
Yeah. But alright. Thanks for watching.